If you have a cat that lives exclusively indoors, you might think that he is completely safe from any danger. No traffic, no aggressive dogs, no sudden escapes. But the truth is different. Even within our walls, there are invisible errors that can profoundly compromise the health and well-being of our cat. That's why today, I want to talk to you about the most common, but also most underrated, behaviors that cat owners commit without realizing it. And the first step to avoid them is precisely this: watching until the end. Because every detail can make the difference between a stressed cat and a truly happy one. And if you want more valuable tips like these, I invite you to subscribe to the channel right away. Here you will find everything you need to give your cat the life he deserves: practical advice, smart solutions, and a community of true cat lovers. Mistake number 1: not spaying or neutering your cat. Many people think that living indoors, the cat does not need to be sterilized. But that's a serious mistake. Even though she cannot mate, her sexual instincts remain active. A female in heat may become anxious, meow incessantly, and look for ways to escape. An unneutered male, on the other hand, may start spraying urine to mark his territory, making the environment unpleasant and difficult to manage. Sterilization not only eliminates these behaviors, but reduces the risk of serious diseases, such as mammary tumors or uterine infections in females, and testicular tumors in males. In addition, a neutered cat tends to be calmer, more affectionate, and less aggressive, making coexistence easier and improving the quality of life for both. Mistake number 2: ignoring toxic plants. Many homes are filled with decorative plants, but did you know that some can be lethal to your cat? Felines are curious by nature and often explore the world through taste. Plants such as lilies, Dieffenbachia, pothos, aloe vera, and philodendron can cause vomiting, diarrhea, breathing problems, or even kidney damage. If you want to bring a touch of greenery into your home without risk, opt for cat-safe plants, such as Boston fern or catnip. And if you really can't give up toxic ones, make sure they're out of reach. Although with cats, that's easier said than done. Mistake number 3: leaving them alone for too long. There are still those who believe that cats are cold, solitary animals that do not suffer from the lack of their owner. Nothing could be more wrong. Domestic cats, especially those that live indoors, develop a deep bond with their family. If left alone for too many hours a day, they can develop symptoms of anxiety, stress, or depression. Constant meowing, scratching at doors, refusing to eat. If you already know that you will be away from home for many hours, consider adopting a second cat. The presence of a companion can reduce boredom, provide social stimulation, and create a more harmonious environment. And no, 2 cats don't mean double the problems. Often they mean half the unwanted behaviors. Mistake number 4: not dedicating quality time to your cat. Even if you spend hours at home, this does not mean that your cat feels seen. He notices when you're distracted, when you're glued to your cell phone, when you talk but don't address him. And all of this over time can make him feel excluded, invisible. Give it at least 10 minutes of full attention a day. Pick him up if he likes it, play with a wand, talk to him in a sweet tone. These seemingly small gestures strengthen the bond, improve his mood, and allow you to immediately notice if something is wrong. You may not know it, but even an ordinary day, if lived without your cat at the center, can turn into a source of discomfort for him. Especially for domestic cats who live indoors and are completely dependent on us for all forms of stimulation, security, and companionship. And precisely because they adapt so well to our lifestyle, we often tend to underestimate how much they can suffer from loneliness, boredom, or small imbalances in the routine. For this reason, continuing to discover the most common mistakes is essential to offer him a truly peaceful life. Mistake number 5: leaving them alone for too long with no alternatives. It is true that cats are more independent than dogs, but they are not immune to emotional distress. An extended absence, even for just a full day, can cause separation anxiety, regressive habits, or in the worst cases, health problems that go unnoticed. If you know you'll be away for many hours, organize yourself in advance. A trusted pet sitter, a family member who can come by to check that your pet has fresh water, food, and above all, company. Don't leave everything to chance. Even the sound of a friendly voice can make a difference for a lonely cat. Mistake number 6: excessive or unbalanced power supply. The problem of feline obesity is more serious than you might think. Cats that live indoors without access to the outdoors burn fewer calories. If they are overfed, perhaps out of tenderness, or due to an error in the doses, they risk serious consequences: diabetes, joint pain, reduced life expectancy. The solution? Portion control, automatic dispensers, and most importantly, daily play sessions. All it takes is a feather wand, a noisemaker, or a collapsible tunnel to stimulate physical activity and keep your cat fit, healthy, and happy. Mistake number 7, not providing a quiet refuge. Even in the coziest of apartments, a cat needs its own space. Corner where no one disturbs him, where he can hide, observe in silence, and relax without pressure. An old blanket in a cardboard box, a cave-shaped doghouse, or a simple cushion behind the sofa. Anything that gives him a sense of refuge, control, and security. This is especially important if you have children, other pets, or frequent guests in the home. Your cat needs to know that he can retreat without having to fight for peace. Mistake number 8, neglecting to clean the litter box. It may seem like a detail, but it isn't at all. Cats are extremely demanding when it comes to cleanliness. A dirty, smelly, or overfilled litter box is among the first causes of inappropriate elimination. Pee on the carpet, feces outside the box, persistent odors, and tension in the house. To avoid this, scoop the litter box at least once a day, completely change the sand every week, and make sure the box is placed in a quiet place, away from loud noises or frequent passages. And if you have more than one cat, remember the golden rule: 1 litter box for each cat plus 1 extra. Mistake number 9, skipping vaccines and preventative treatments. Even if your cat lives indoors all the time, it is not without risks. Viruses and parasites can come from open windows, shoes, guests, other animals. Skipping vaccinations or neglecting flea treatment can put your pet at risk. Consult your vet and draw up a precise schedule of checkups, vaccinations, and deworming. Prevention is much easier and cheaper than cure. And most importantly, it lets you sleep soundly, knowing you've done your best to protect it. If these tips are eye-opening for you, leave a comment below. How many of these mistakes have you already avoided? Or maybe you discovered some new ones today. Share your experience with others. You could really help another cat lover like you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel now so you don't miss the next videos. Every week, new content to take care of your cat with love, attention, and skill. Have you ever thought about what a cat loses if it never sets foot outside the house? No grass to smell, no natural sounds, no gentle breeze on your face. While indoor living is safer, it can become monotonous and frustrating if we don't make an effort to make it more stimulating. Mistake number 10, not offering nature-like experiences. The outside world is a sensory symphony: smells, sounds, movement. Cats, even if born indoors, retain their exploratory instinct. Totally depriving them of what is natural to them can lead to boredom, lethargy, and unwanted behaviors. A simple solution? The catio, or a fenced and safe outdoor space. But also a protected windowsill, a balcony with netting or non-toxic plants to chew, such as catnip or Nepeta cataria. Adding these elements transforms a sterile apartment into a lively and interesting environment. Mistake number 11, ignoring the impact of our habits. Many people don't know this, but cats are hypersensitive to loud noises, strong odors, and unexpected changes. Turning on the vacuum cleaner suddenly, playing loud music, using scented sprays or bleach in their spaces, all of these actions can create discomfort or even chronic stress. Just imagine, you're relaxing on the couch and suddenly a drill or techno music starts playing. Now, for a cat, the tolerance threshold is much lower. For this reason, it is important to create a quiet and protected area where noises are muffled, movements are minimal, and odors are neutral. Use pet-friendly detergents, avoid ammonia, and excessive use of artificial fragrances. And if you have noisy guests or small children, offer your cat a place where he can retreat in peace. Remember, your feline emotional well-being also depends on your lifestyle. Mistake number 12, neglecting vertical spaces. Cats don't just live on the floor. In fact, they love heights because from there they can observe, feel safe, and can map the environment. An apartment without upper floors is, for them, like a house without windows for us. Install climbing shelves, multi-level cat scratching posts, or create small pathways high up with shelves or bridges. You don't have to spend a fortune. Sometimes you just need to rethink your decor with a feline eye. A well-structured vertical space not only stimulates movement and curiosity, but also reduces the risk of the cat damaging furniture or curtains. simply because it will already have something to climb safely. Mistake number 13, using cleaning products that are too aggressive. The house must be clean, of course, but not at the expense of your cat. The feline sense of smell is dozens of times more developed than ours, and what seems like a pleasant scent to us can be toxic or intolerable to them. Bleach, ammonia, strong perfumes, polishing waxes, all products that can cause respiratory irritation, nausea, or silent stress. This is doubly true for surfaces where the cat eats, sleeps, or plays. Choose natural, neutral detergents without harmful residues. And above all, air the rooms well after each cleaning. Your cat won't be able to tell you that he's sick because of the smell, but his behavior will make it clear. Avoid it in advance. At this point, let me know. Have you ever noticed strange reactions from your cat after cleaning, changing the music, or bringing plants into the house? Write it in the comments. Your experiences can help others avoid similar mistakes and truly improve the quality of life for their cats. And if you've come this far, you already know how much every little gesture counts. To never miss a single tip, click subscribe now. You are building a better environment, and every informed choice is a gift to your cat. If you were told that brushing your teeth was enough to say, "I love you," you'd do it every day, right? Yet, many owners neglect this simple daily gesture, underestimating its importance for the physical and mental health of their cat. Mistake number 14, forgetting to brush. Brushing your cat is not just a way to remove dead hair. It is a connection ritual, a massage that stimulates circulation, strengthens the bond, and allows you to control any parasites or skin anomalies. In long-haired cats, brushing is essential to avoid knots, inflammation, and excessive hair ingestion during grooming. But even short-haired ones benefit from it. It only takes a few minutes a day. What if your cat doesn't like being brushed? Start slowly, choosing the moments when he is most relaxed. Use gentle tools and reward him with petting or treats. Over time, it can become one of the sweetest moments of the day. Mistake number 15, not respecting the need to scratch. Many people consider scratches to be just an aesthetic problem. But for the cat, scratching is a biological necessity. It helps mark territory, keep nails healthy, and even relieve stress. If your sofa has become the favorite victim, the problem is not the cat, but the absence of an adequate alternative. Scratching posts are not optional. They must be stable, tall, with materials that offer resistance and tactile pleasure. Place multiple scratching posts in different parts of the house, especially in areas where your cat likes to spend time. And if you notice that he doesn't use them, try catnip or attractant sprays. Remember, a cat that can't scratch is a frustrated cat. Error number 16, unsafe windows. They seem harmless, but open or tilting windows are a real danger. Even the calmest cat, if he sees a bird or a squirrel, can be struck by a sudden impulse and fall into the void. Every year, thousands of cats end up in hospitals due to injuries from falls. It is essential to protect windows, balconies, and terraces with resistant nets or suitable grids. Safety is never an overstatement when it comes to an animal's life. And don't think that he won't climb in anyway. Cats are unpredictable. Even the laziest person can surprise you with a sudden leap. Prevention is always better than crying. Mistake number 17, ignoring mental boredom. A bored cat is a cat that can become lethargic, depressed, or destructive. Even though he sleeps most of the day, he needs daily mental stimulation, simulated hunting, exploration, cognitive challenges. Interactive toys, puzzle feeders, feather games, lasers, used in moderation. All of these reactivate the predatory instinct and improve mood. Change or rotate games often to keep them interested. And most importantly, spend time every day playing with him. It's not enough to fill the house with objects. Shared play is what really makes the difference. That's where bonds are created, trust is strengthened, and boredom is fought. Let's stop for a moment. How many of these things have you underestimated, even just for lack of time or information? Write it in the comments. Comparing ourselves is the best way to grow together. If you haven't already, click sign up now. You are becoming a point of reference for your cat. And if you really want to help him, every piece of information counts. Every piece of advice can change his life. And yours too. Sometimes the most important signals are also the quietest. A change in behavior, a different meow, a look that seems to ask for help, but we ignore them. Caught up in a hurry. Distracted. Addicted. Mistake 18, failing to observe signs of discomfort. Cats don't complain like we do. They often suffer in silence. That's why every little change is a message. If he eats less, if he hides more, if he avoids the litter box or starts scratching for no reason. It could be stress, but it could also be something more serious. Physical pain, infections, kidney problems. Don't wait until the symptom becomes evident. Learn to read your cat's language, observe it, listen to it every day. And if you have even a doubt, talk to a vet. Prevention is much easier than cure. Mistake 19, ignoring sleep. Yes, they sleep a lot, but it's not all wasted rest. Sleep is the time when the cat's body regenerates, when it processes what it has experienced. Continuously interrupting his rest, waking him up to play or cuddle, can be counterproductive. Give them quiet, safe places to sleep, even high up, away from the chaos. And if you see him isolating himself to sleep, respect him. This is how he recharges his energy, even emotional. Disturbing a cat's sleep is like interrupting a dream in mid-sleep. And that dream maybe was you. Mistake 20, underestimating how much your presence matters. Many people think that cats are independent, cold, self-sufficient. But the truth is something else. Your cat loves you. And more than you can imagine. He waits for you at the door, sleeps on your pillow, follows you everywhere. Not because he needs food, but because you are his emotional point of reference. The last mistake, the most common, is to take all of this for granted, thinking that there is no point in talking to him, caressing him, dedicating time to him. But for him, your every gesture is a world. A caress can change your day. 5 minutes together can avoid a whole day of loneliness. These were the 20 most common mistakes that keep your cat from a full, happy, and healthy life. Have you ever committed them too? Write it in the comments and tell us how you overcame them. You could be helping another cat lover without even knowing it. And if this video was helpful to you, subscribe now. Because here we learn every day how to better understand our feline friends. And every week comes new advice, stories, and concrete solutions. Share this video with cat owners. A friend, a neighbor, a sister. You could save a relationship or improve a life. Ultimately, it's not just about avoiding mistakes. It's about looking at our cat the way he looks at us, with patience, with love, with a trust that asks for no words. And if we learn to really listen to it, he will teach us to love better. Always.